Not always the same.
It's not always the same.
Is it ever the same? Like, are you seeing the same thing? Like, are you back at Michael Jackson's concert, or
no?
It's always something.
It's always something different.
And now, different being what? Like, seeing, hearing, feeling.
Yeah, but I'm not with reality.
Mm-hmm.
So it's what other people tell me I say and do.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I can remember being at a Michael Jackson concert in my room,
mm-hmm.
but I don't remember thinking my daughter was the devil.
Because she didn't know who I was. She didn't know who anyone was. She thought I was the devil. She thought I had the mark of the beast on me. She did not like me.
And I do remember about seeing the wood growing.
Mm-hmm. I wonder how Nicole felt.
Probably scared.
Scared.
You'd have to
Hurt.
ask her.
Hurt.
Yeah.
It's the devil, wow. Someone you love.
More than anything.
More than anything, and then being the devil, someone that everyone hates. Why do you think she was the devil?
I'm surprised I thought that.
Maybe you guys were fighting before that, your episode.
We were. That's what was happening, is we were fighting. She said she was going to Alabama.
I was going for college. It wasn't the thought that I was going. It was the thought. Like, nothing was concrete. Nothing was. The idea was in her head. So, of course, it's always that thought in the back of my head, like, what happens if I leave? You know, she shouldn't be alone, but at the same time, I have to look out for my future.
And leaving. And that's what triggered the episode.
The episode. So it was stress. It was stress.
Loss, yeah.
Loss.
And I felt I had nothing to live for.
Yeah. It's also believed that when someone has schizophrenia, they're not supposed to live alone. I think the main point was because someone stopped taking their medication. But would you ever want to stop taking your medication? I don't think that'd be an issue for you after your episodes.
No.
To rebel or anything, you'd be like, no, that would never happen.
No.
That's good.
She's always tried her best to seem like she's okay and not sick, and I think that kind of took a toll on her health, and I think just bottled up, and she just relapsed, you know, because she just went off her I think she might have believed herself that she was well, like she didn't need the antipsychotics, that she didn't need this, and she does.
How are you living with schizophrenia now? Do you still attend therapies, or are you being medicated for it?
I have to. Oh yeah, they just upped my medication for it because I started hearing voices again.
Oh no.
So they increased my Geodon.
Geodon.
And they have me on like 5 different medications.
Wow. So that's all for schizophrenia?
No, the Geodon's schizophrenia.
Okay. What are the other ones for?
For depression.
Depression.
Slow motor skills.
Slow motor skills.
Anxiety.
So no therapies? You're not doing any more therapies?
I don't go to therapy anymore. I do see a doctor once a month.
So what's that for, the doctor?
He's a psychiatrist.
That's good.
He checks on me and regulates my medication.
That's good.
He lets you end up just talking to him, and he can tell where you're at.
Before, she didn't trust us. She thought we were out to get her.
I thought everybody was out to get her.
And that when we'd have a dinner or something, she'd get very jealous of the other kids and say they were against her, and so she would leave.
Oh, wow.
It was on holidays, especially when we had...
On everybody's holidays.
Yeah. She'd throw like a tantrum and tell us
younger?
all off.
This was when she was younger?
Before the medication.
Yeah. Any holiday, and when we all got together as a family, she would
wow.
tell us all off. In fact, she would curse us all out.
Wow.
Yeah. And then get in her car and drive like a maniac. And she didn't know where she went. We didn't know where she went.
Not in my right mind. And I drove. I don't know where I went.
Wow.
That's scary for other people.
Yeah.
That I was operating a car.
For you and other people.
Thank God you came back. Because we didn't know where to go look for her, or what to say or what to do. But now she knows we love her, she trusts us, and we're all a family. She said mean things to me, but you don't hold things against a person because you know they're not in their right mind. And I really know her. I know she loved me, and what she was saying to me didn't mean nothing. You even called the police on me one time and had me leave the house. Because when people are like that, you say something to them, they get worse.
They do.
Oh, they get really, you know.
They do.
So you have to believe everything they're saying to you. You listen to them.
And that's really smart
and you
coming
don't
from you.
talk back to them.
I know you haven't been through all of your mom's schizophrenia because you were too young to know about it a lot, so you're kind of sheltered from it. But from your point of view, did you see a difference between before she got better and with the treatment and how she's living now? Do you see a difference?
Oh yeah, very much so. She used to be very quick to anger in a sense, and some, like, I mean, she has other disorders as well that follow along with it. I could tell a big difference. I mean, throughout my childhood, she slept it away. So, I mean, I knew she was always in the hospital, but I was never told why. It would always be, oh, she's sick and you can't see her. So I'm like, okay. When you're young, you're like, okay. It's way different now. She's more of a social person. You could have a full-on conversation with her in public and when she's mentally ill.
And when you say she was sleeping a lot,
Depression.
what do you mean?
Like, honest to God, I don't remember her.
A lot.
At all. Through my birthdays. Through anything. I mean, she was never really a person I would go to for guidance. And recently she's become that person that I feel I can open up to and actually start to build a bond with her that I never had as a child. I mean, don't get me wrong, at first I was skeptical. I was like, because she's done well for maybe a month or two at a time back in the day, and then she fell back. And from an early age, I learned not to expect a lot from my mother. And she's been on this steady path for almost a year now of just, it's amazing. Like, honest to God, it's a different woman. Like, and I'm thankful that happened. I'm thankful for the doctors who realize that you can't just give them pills and send them home, that you have to talk to them, you know, and because her other doctor was just giving her medicine for schizophrenia, but at the same time, it was more or less like, he made her a zombie, you know, like Xanax, all this stuff she doesn't need. Mentally, she was not capable of, you know, giving love, or she could say I love you, but she couldn't show it. You know, she never cooked dinner when I was younger or anything like that because that was just, you know, what she thought was normal. I think it's finally just the right medicine and being taken off the wrong medicine,
the right
doctor, and just finally realizing that it's okay to have, you know, like a mental illness, like it's not the end of the world. She's come to terms that she has it and that it can be kept under control.
That's good.
Got new medication.
And now she takes care of her daughter, which before
you had all the responsibility of taking care of her.
She had the responsibility of taking care of her.
She couldn't.
No.
And it was her disability. It's why she couldn't.
She couldn't take care of her daughter.
Then when she got better, she knows now.
She knows now that she is a mom and she can
and Nicole's known that ever since she was little. That's your mom. You know, but she didn't know how ill her mom was until 2 years ago.
I think it's some of the biggest misconceptions of a person living with schizophrenia.
That they're totally crazy. Because for me, I'm not. I mean, I've worked a job for 27 years. Raised a child with a lot of help.
A lot of help.
Bought property, sold it. So you can be successful and be a schizophrenic, just not be in the episode all the time. You might be in the frame of mind, but the episodes are what is so bad when you break from reality.
My life has been enriched by all of her things, so where I will live a positive life, and
no matter
the consequence. Maybe I could get schizophrenia, but my mother would be my role model for that. Everything would be okay now. I realize everything is manageable.
What do you think, a closing comment for someone beginning schizophrenia, like they just been diagnosed with it? What would you say for them?
Get a good doctor.
Get a good doctor and
make sure they don't have one that's just pill happy, and make sure you get the right diagnosis. Instead of being I was treated for something entirely different for 20 years.
And that was the personalities, you said?
Personality disorder.
Now that I'm a little bit older, 20, the life skills I've learned from living with a parent with schizophrenia.
Your independence went up really fast.
I raised myself a lot of the time, and that made me, I developed, you know, critical thinking skills early on, logical skills. I knew who to trust, who not to trust. I never had to, you know, I never was naive. I, you know, there were so many benefits to it that I didn't see until, you know, I was over the resentment, that I was like, you know what, obviously this happened for a reason.